Okay, hello GED students. This is Mr. Dan doing lesson number 59. This one, there's probably going to be quite a few little videos because of so many different variations to doing the problems. But this is multi-step equations, trying to find the missing number. If it kind of combines all these other four lessons. If you haven't done lesson 55, 56 yet with combining like terms, you probably want to look at that one first. Same thing with number 57. If you haven't learned how to do distribution, you'll need to know that too. Plus number 58, the simple solving of the equations, finding the missing number, you'll need that skill as well. So I suggest if you haven't done these four, you probably want to do those before we go to this one, number 59. Also as a reminder that we learned in the last lesson, number 58, remember the opposite of adding is subtracting, and the opposite of subtracting is adding. And same thing here, the opposite of multiplying is dividing, and the opposite of dividing is multiplying. So we use that here quite a bit. Review for number 58. Okay, so to start off the problems, now remember these are multi-steps. There's going to be more than one step to solving the problem. So just like I'm going to start out with the one in the book here because it's the they have the simplest form. This is number 1 from the book. It's 6x plus 7 equals 37. So we're trying to isolate the x here. Okay, we're trying to find the missing number to make this equal 37. So I want to start out 6 times something plus 7 equals 37. So I want to isolate the x. So since these two are connected, it's going to be easiest for me to move or get rid of this 7, positive 7, and get it to the other side. So remember, the opposite of adding is subtracting. So if I go minus 7, if I go 7 minus 7, that will equal 0, which makes this kind of go away. So this will end up being 6x equals, well, since I took away 7 on this side, I need to subtract 7 on this side. So 37 minus 7, that's going to equal 30. Okay, so now I'm down to 6x equals 30. So 6 times something has to equal 30. And a lot of people will see, well, that's going to be 5. But the steps, remember the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So if I divide this by 6, if I go 6 divided by 6, that's going to equal 1. So that'll be 1x, or just x. So since I divide this side by 6, I got to divide this side by 6. So 30 divided by 6 equals 5. So 30 divided by 6 is 5. So x equals 5. It's right here. So I can put it into original problem. If I go 6 times 5, that's 30. Plus 7, that'll equal 37. So I did that correctly. X is 5. So this is, you can see I had to do this step first, the subtracting of the 7, and then the second step was doing the 6, okay, dividing by 6. So this is number 17 also from the book, another example of this. Okay, so if I go I got 4x plus 5 has to equal 21. So for number 17, I got 4 times some number plus 5 equals 21. So since this is, I'm trying to isolate the x. I want to get everything else gone and just have the x. So here, 4x, since that's connected, the easiest for me to do is this plus 5. The opposite of plus 5 is minus 5. So if I go 4x, 5 minus 5, that'll be 0. So that makes this go away on this side. So I end up with 4x. But I have to do the same thing on this side. I have to do minus 5, since I minus 5 on this side. So if I go 21 minus 5, that will equal 16. Okay, so now the second step, I got to get rid of this 4. I got 4 times something equals 16. Well, the opposite of multiplying is dividing. If I go divide by 4, well, 4 divided by 4 is 1x or x. So since I divide by 4 on this side, I got to divide by 4 on this side. So 16 divided by 4 is 4. So therefore x is going to equal 4. So the answer is 4 for this x. Because if I put the 4 up here, if I go 4 times 4 is 16, and then plus the 5, that will equal 16 plus 5 equals to 21. Okay, these are the simplest of the multi-steps. So the next video here we'll get to the more complicated, or the next step.